Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt drained by someone else's bad mood, even though they never said a word? Or found yourself crying during a movie scene that didn't even seem that sad to everyone else? If you're nodding your head right now, you might be what psychologists call a highly sensitive person, or more commonly known as an empath. But here's what most people don't realize about empaths. Your sensitivity isn't a weakness to overcome. It's actually a superpower that just needs the right instruction manual. Being an empath means you experience the world through an emotional magnifying glass. Every feeling, every energy shift, every subtle change in someone's mood hits you with the intensity of a lightning bolt. While others might brush off a friend's sarcasm or a coworker's frustration, you absorb these emotions like a sponge soaking up water. The result? You often feel emotionally exhausted without understanding why, overwhelmed in crowded spaces, and confused about which feelings actually belong to you. Research suggests that approximately 20% of the population possesses this heightened sensitivity, though many empaths spend years thinking something is wrong with them. They've been told they're too sensitive, too emotional, or too dramatic. Sound familiar? The truth is, your brain is literally wired differently. Neuroimaging studies show that highly sensitive people have increased activity in areas associated with empathy, sensory processing, and emotional regulation. Your nervous system processes information more deeply, which means you pick up on subtleties that others completely miss. But here's where things get complicated. Society often treats sensitivity like a character flaw, rather than recognizing it as a valuable trait. We live in a world that celebrates thick skin and emotional toughness, leaving empaths feeling like they need to apologize for their nature. This creates an internal battle where you're constantly trying to tone down your natural responses, while simultaneously feeling guilty for not being able to help everyone around you. The first step in navigating life as an empath is understanding the difference between empathy and emotional absorption. True empathy means you can understand and share someone else's feelings while maintaining your own emotional center. Emotional absorption, on the other hand, is when you unconsciously take on other people's emotions as if they were your own. This distinction is crucial because it's the difference between being compassionate and being overwhelmed. Think of it this way. Imagine your emotional system as a house. Healthy empathy is like having windows that allow you to see what's happening outside while staying safely inside your own space. Emotional absorption is like having no walls at all, where everything from the outside comes flooding in without any filter or protection. Learning to build those emotional walls doesn't make you less caring. It makes you more effective at actually helping others. One of the biggest challenges empaths face is emotional overload. This happens when you're exposed to too many intense emotions without adequate recovery time. Your emotional processing system becomes overloaded, like a computer trying to run too many programs at once. The result is exhaustion, anxiety, irritability, and sometimes even physical symptoms like headaches or stomach problems. Recognizing the early warning signs of emotional overload can be a game changer. Maybe you start feeling restless in social situations, or you find yourself snapping at people you care about. Perhaps you notice physical tension in your shoulders, or a sudden urge to escape crowded places. These are your internal alarm system telling you it's time to step back and recharge. Creating an emotional reset routine is essential for empaths. This might involve taking a few minutes of deep breathing, stepping outside for fresh air, or even excusing yourself to the bathroom for a moment of solitude. The key is having strategies ready before you reach your breaking point. Think of these as emotional first aid techniques that you can use anywhere, anytime. Boundaries are probably the most challenging concept for empaths to master, but they're absolutely essential for your well-being. Many empaths confuse boundaries with being mean or selfish, but that's like saying a fence around your garden is mean to the neighbors. Boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're guidelines that help you maintain your emotional health while still being available to others. Setting boundaries starts with recognizing that you have the right to your own emotional space. This means you don't have to absorb every family drama, solve every friend's problem, or be available for emotional support 24 hours a day. It's okay to say things like, "I care about you, but I need some time to recharge," or "I'm not in the right headspace to discuss this right now. Can we talk about it tomorrow?" One boundary technique that works particularly well for empaths is called the emotional bubble visualization. Imagine yourself surrounded by a protective bubble of light that allows love and positive energy to flow freely while filtering out negative emotions that aren't yours to carry. This mental exercise might sound simple, but many empaths find it surprisingly effective in crowded or emotionally charged situations. Physical boundaries are just as important as emotional ones. Empaths often need more personal space than the average person because physical proximity can intensify emotional absorption. Don't feel guilty about positioning yourself strategically in social situations or taking breaks from physical contact when you're feeling overwhelmed. Learning to distinguish between your emotions and others' emotions is a skill that takes practice but makes an enormous difference in your daily life. Start by checking in with yourself regularly throughout the day. Ask yourself questions like, "How was I feeling before I entered this conversation?" Or, "Did this sadness start when I got around this particular person?" This emotional detective work helps you identify which feelings actually belong to you. Grounding techniques can help you reconnect with your own emotional center when you've absorbed too much from others. This might involve feeling your feet on the ground, holding a physical object, or focusing on your breathing. Some empaths find that spending time in nature helps them discharge excess emotional energy and return to their baseline. The concept of emotional hygiene is crucial for empaths. Just like you wouldn't go to bed without brushing your teeth, you shouldn't end your day without clearing the emotional residue you've picked up from others. This might involve journaling, meditation, taking a shower while visualizing washing away others' emotions, or simply spending quiet time alone to process your experiences. Empaths often struggle with guilt around self-care, feeling selfish for prioritizing their own needs. But here's the reality. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's strategic. When you're emotionally drained and overwhelmed, you can't effectively help anyone else. It's like the airplane oxygen mask principle. You have to put on your own mask first before helping others. Building a support system that understands your sensitivity is invaluable. This might include other empaths who get what you're going through, understanding friends who respect your need for downtime, or professionals who can help you develop coping strategies. Having people in your life who see your sensitivity as a strength rather than a weakness makes a tremendous difference in how you view yourself. Remember that being an empath comes with incredible gifts alongside the challenges. Your ability to understand others deeply, pick up on unspoken needs, and provide genuine comfort to people in pain are rare and valuable qualities. Many empaths become excellent counselors, healers, artists, or advocates precisely because of their emotional sensitivity. The goal isn't to become less sensitive or to shut down your empathic abilities. Instead, it's about learning to use your sensitivity consciously rather than being overwhelmed by it. With the right tools and understanding, you can transform your sensitivity from a source of exhaustion into a source of strength and connection. Your empathic nature is not something to fix or overcome. It's a gift that, when properly understood and managed, can enrich not only your own life, but the lives of everyone around you. The world needs sensitive souls who can bridge the gap between hearts and help others feel truly understood. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and share with your empath friends. It might be something they need to hear today.